This video is for people who want to start making money with DeFi today. I'm not going to show you how you can start making money in weeks from now. I'm showing you how you can start making money today. If you don't already know what the liquidity as a service business model is, I can quickly break it down for you. But basically, there's things called decentralized exchanges, such as Uniswap, and there's Orca, other decentralized exchanges, and they're basically places where traders go to swap one asset for another. For example, if a trader wants to come and swap their Ethereum for AV right here, they would go ahead, type in their Ethereum amount. For example, 3 Ethereum, they would be getting about 9,000 bucks in AV. But look, the trader would have to pay a fee. In this case, it's about a $23 fee. What's really cool is the percentage of this fee gets paid out to the people that are providing liquidity to the decentralized exchange, actually enabling this trade to take place in the first place. So by you providing liquidity to decentralized exchanges like Uniswap, you can be making money whenever these trades are being initiated. Now you're probably wondering how you can even go about finding these opportunities. We'll be going over to Metrics Finance. It's the best software for finding these liquidity provision opportunities and also simulating your portfolio to see what type of money you could be making. And then third, building out your portfolio. I'll leave a link in the description down below. There's a free version, but using the link in the description, you can get a trial to the paid version. So go ahead and click launch app in the top right, and then we can go to the discover section at the top. I have a bright light, so I'm gonna throw on my glasses. Anyways, we can go to select exchange, and for this sake of this video, we're gonna go pretty broad. So you can select all for exchanges and select all for networks. Now we'll see a ton of opportunities. On the right, it says there's over 2,000 opportunities. That's a lot to sort through, so we gotta filter these down. First of all, we can go to the fees APR section. We can look for pools that have higher than like 12% fees APR, for example. You can always raise that higher if you'd like. Then we can go to TVL over here. We can look for pools that have higher than, for example, $2.5 million in TVL. Everyone has different investing goals, but my investing goal when I'm looking for liquidity pools is try to find pools where I don't need to rebalance too often and will hopefully generate me long-term consistent returns. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say is financial advice. Do your own research. Anyways, you can scroll down and start seeing some positions. Off the bat, we have some pretty blue chip ones like wrapped Ethereum to USDC. So that's a blue chip asset to a stable coin. Then we have another variation of that. We have wrapped ETH to wrapped Bitcoin. We also have some meme coin positions like Peanut to wrapped ETH, Trump to wrapped ETH. You can check out those if you want to, but I'm going to stay away from those meme coin positions. Because anyways, by taking on exposure to pools like Solana to USDC, you can get a piece of that meme coin craze without taking on exposure to these meme coin assets. So anyways, here we have a position, for example, wrapped ETH to Link. It says over 60% APR and almost $100 million in TVL. We can go to the right and hit simulate and simulate it in a new tab. So now we can see a ton of information about the pool, such as the pool price history, the liquidity distribution, and more, such as the volume history. The volume history here is really important to look at. You can see the fees per day and the volume per day. So first step would be to enter your sample deposit amount. We can say we want to invest like $10,000, for example, into this liquidity pool, and then scrolling down, we would select our range. Now we're selecting at what price range you want to provide liquidity for, and as the price range is smaller, see, as these lines are closer together, the APR is going to go up, but as it's more wide, the APR is going to go down. But when your range is tighter and your APR is higher, it can be much easier to go out of range. And when you go out of range, you stop earning fees and you stop earning income. So anyways, we're going to try to make this pretty broad, but not too broad. So around here, let's see, we'd be looking at about 80% APR. We can make it a bit wider. And now Metrics is showing about 71% APR. This is a solid position here. Scrolling down, we should look at the volume history, and we can change our calculation range to see how it's played out over time. We can change this to, for example, the last 100 days of data, and we can see the volume history as well as the pool price history. Then we can zoom back in, and I'll change my calculation range to about the last 20 days to try to get a much better accurate simulation. And based on using the past 20 days of data, it looks like we'd be getting about 22 bucks a day in fees and $8,000 almost a year. So that's really solid. And remember, there are risks to this investing, such as divergence loss. So always make sure to do your research. And the next steps here would be to do your research on these assets, such as wrapped Ethereum and Link. So say you're familiar with wrapped Ethereum, but you're not familiar with Link. What you would do is copy the asset Link, go over to a website like CoinGecko, paste it in, and then you can see some information about the coin. So I'll go to link, and you can see it's called Chainlink link. You can go down, go to their website. You can see what the coin, the token stands for, what role they play in the DeFi ecosystem, etc. You can also see more information such as the market cap, etc. over on CoinGecko. And from here, you would make your decision on whether or not you want to take on exposure to the asset. And if the answer is yes, if you want to take on exposure to the liquidity pool, you can go ahead and hit save to portfolio in the top right. So we'll save it for later. Then we can go back and look for other opportunities. One position that I'm in is Solana to USDC. This is a position where you can take advantage of people that are participating in the meme coin craze. As you know, people like Donald Trump are launching meme coins, and people are swapping their Solana or other assets to purchase these meme coins. So for example, if someone's swapping their USDC for Solana just so they can buy this Trump meme coin or whatever meme coin it may be, you can get a percentage of the fees that those traders are paying. And I'll show you how to find that pool. So you can go to the exchanges. Now I'm going to deselect everything besides Orca. And here we have the Orca positions, the Solana ones. So at the top, you can see USDC to Solana. I'm going to go ahead and select that. Go to the simulate page in the top right. And scrolling down, you can see the current price has some weird numbers along with the max price. It's like 0.005 and 0.004. We want to swap the order of the assets in the top right. Now they're much easier to read, like 226.5, 302.11. And now we can go ahead and enter our deposit amount again and select our range. So if we're going with a range, for example, of 195 to 285, we're looking at about 181% APR. Now scrolling down, the volume history has some pretty crazy volume days. So when Donald Trump launched his coin, there was a ton of volume and fees. So this is not expected. You're not expected to have a $2 million day in fees. So if we want, we can filter these days out of the equation, because having these days here is spiking the yearly APR and showing pretty high numbers that might not be too realistic. So for calculation range, we can use like the past 7 days of data. There we go. Now still, it's showing very high APR. So that's really cool. It's showing about 142% APR. So from here, you can see if you'd want to take on exposure again to Solana and USDC, make sure you see what role these assets play in the DeFi ecosystem and see if you'd be comfortable taking on exposure to them. So I'm going to save this to my portfolio, and now I'll show you how you can actually enter these positions and start earning money. So you can head on over to the build section at the top where you can see the liquidity pools you added. You can also see things such as the calculation range, the estimated fees per day, along as the range you set and the APR. This is a very helpful dashboard here. Remember, you can claim a trial to the pro version of the software in the description down below. But anyways, so say we want to take on exposure to this Solana to USDC position. So we want to enter it. Well, you can see it's on Orca. So we'd have to go to Orca and enter it from there. So I'm on the Orca website here. Now I'm going to go to the pool section in the top left. And if you're excited for me to show you how you can start making money on your cryptocurrency assets, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss an upload. Anyways, we would go ahead and find the pool here. So we would search for first Solana and then USDC. And now there's many Solana to USDC pools. Now in order to know which one we're looking for, is we're going to go back to metrics and see we have the one selected that's 0.04% fee tier. So we're going to go to Orca, go to the one that's 0.04% fee tier, click on it. And then here we can go ahead and type in our range. Go to liquidity range and custom. There's going to be a preset range or full liquidity, but remember, we found our range ourselves in metrics, so we can go to the custom section. Now here we can go try to follow along, and you're going to go to the sold to USDC price range, grab the min price here, paste it in min price, then we'll go to the max price, grab it. I'm just copying it and pasting it in, and now we have a range set. Now, estimated yield 24 hours. This is the estimated yield per day based on the past 24 hours of data. So it's at about 0.28%. If we want to have that higher, you would just go ahead and tighten our range. As you can see, then it goes up. But I had this range selected for now. Then we would scroll down and you would enter how much of each asset you want to deposit. I like to use the auto swap feature. So for example, if I were to enter this position, I would just load up only Solana in my wallet. I wouldn't need to get Solana and USDC. And what the auto swap feature would do is swap the right amount of Solana and right amount of USDC depending on how much I have. So for example, if I had $1,000 of Solana, it would distribute that equally between Solana and USDC to enter this position at my desired range. So from there, you would hit deposit and enter the pool, and then you can go to your portfolio section at the top and see your position. So right now, I have about $2,400 in the Solana to USDC position, and it's earned me about $50 since I last rebalanced. Anytime I could go here and just hit harvest yield and it could go straight to my wallet, and you can see information such as your range, your current price, and more. And if you want to, you can go to the top right, copy your wallet address, and then paste it into the track section on metrics and go ahead and track your performance to see your profit loss, divergence loss, etc. So from now, once you enter the position, you would start earning money immediately as these trades are being facilitated. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and click the bell so you don't miss an upload. And make sure to check out Metrics Finance in the description down below.